Hi folks, I'm Tristan from NoiseGate, here with Universal Audio's Vault audio interface. In this video, we'll be looking at some tips and tricks to help make the best possible recordings using Vault. In some upcoming videos, we'll be looking at some specific recording situations, such as recording guitar or recording vocals using Vault. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss those videos. So let's get stuck in. We have a Vault 276 model here, but the operation's pretty similar no matter what model you're using. The first recommended step is to download and install the UA Connect app from UA's website. When you run the Connect app, you'll be prompted to register your Vault, which not only gives you access to the bundled software, including Ableton Live Lite and some really nice plugins, but also the ASIO audio driver required to use Vault on a Windows computer. From there, you can just connect Vault to your computer using a USB cable, which will also power the unit unless you're using the largest Vault 476 model. It's a little too large for USB power, so you need to also use the included power supply. With most interfaces, that's about the end of the story, but Vault has some really nice and unique extras derived from UA's high-end prestigious studio gear. First is Vintage Preamp mode. This circuit is derived from UA's classic 610 preamp and applies a warm, valve-like character to whatever you plug in. And Vintage Preamp mode isn't just for microphones. Guitars and even line-level signals like synths can all benefit from this mode. You may love the way Vintage Preamp mode works and just leave it on all the time and use it from everything. Lots of sounds can benefit from a nice vintage preamp, but variety is a wonderful thing, and Vault's preamps sound great even without Vintage Preamp mode engaged. So think about if you want to create the cleanest, most detailed possible recordings, or if you want to spice things up with a bit of vintage character. This will help you decide whether or not to use Vintage Preamp mode. But there's no right or wrong here, and the preamps sound great either way. Vault 76 models also feature a compressor circuit derived from UA's classic 1176 compressor. This is an equally valuable addition to Vintage Preamp mode, but potentially a little more confusing for those just getting started with audio recording. There are many ways to use a compressor, but it's most commonly used to even out the dynamic range of a recording. Vocals, for example, are always going up and down a level, and the quiet parts might be difficult to hear over a mix. By reducing the level of the loud parts, thus compressing the signal, you make the entire track easy to hear and sound better. Vault makes it easy to find the best compressor settings for a variety of different applications via the 3 presets accessed from the top panel. The first preset is called Vocal and has a fast attack time. This means the compression kicks in quickly, resulting in a smooth sound with no abrupt changes in volume. This will help a vocal recording sound controlled and consistent. You can of course use it with any other type of recording where you want a similarly smooth, controlled sound that sits well in a mix without jumping out. The second mode is called Guitar and has a slower attack time, so the compression doesn't kick in as quickly. This often results in a more punchy sound because it doesn't completely squash the beginning of the sound like the sound of a pick hitting the strings. This will help bring out the quieter parts of the sound without squashing the life out of those louder parts. This setting will also be great for things like synth basses for more of a punchy, aggressive sound. Compression is usually applied fairly subtly and often used as more of a mixing tool rather than an obvious effect. The last compressor mode, however, is called Fast and is the most aggressive of the 3 settings. Chances are whatever you record with this setting is going to sound a bit squashed, so go carefully with this one. This might be just what you need for that wall of sound guitar part or synth pad, but maybe not your first choice for delicate lead vocals or acoustic guitars. So spend some time experimenting. Audio recording is as much a creative process as it is a technical one, and some of the best engineers out there are the ones that broke all the rules. But keep in mind, they probably spent years fine-tuning their trade. So if you're more interested in just creating great sounds rather than studying audio engineering, these preset compressor settings are going to be very valuable. Thanks very much for watching. Be sure to check out the full article on noisegate.com.au for more information, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon.